Hello students, welcome to Edupedia World. My name is Shivam Mishra and today we are going to discuss the solutions of Chemistry 2014 JEE Advanced Paper 2. The paper code which we are using is 8. The chemistry paper has 3 sections. Let us look at the second paragraph of the question paper. The paragraph for question numbers 13 and 14. It says that schemes 1 and 2 describe sequential transformation of alkynes M and N. So we have been given two alkynes M and N, and then we are carrying out particular reactions in a particular sequence. Okay, and it says that consider only the major products formed in each step for both schemes. So these are the schemes which we have been given, scheme 1 and scheme 2, and based upon these schemes we have two questions. Let us have a look at them one by one. So if I take you to the first question, that is question number 13, it says that the product X is. Now if you try to remember, if you go back to the question, the product X was being formed in scheme 1. So basically we need to figure out the major products of this particular reaction. Let us have a look at the solution. Okay, so let us have a look at the solution. If you try to remember the reaction, the reactant was C triple bond C H, and then there were two carbon atoms CC, and then there was an OH group attached to it. Obviously the remaining valencies were being satisfied by the hydrogen atoms. I am only drawing the skeletal structure over here. Now in the first step we are making this reagent, this alkyne, this was your M. We are making this alkyne undergo reaction with NaNH2, that is sodamide. And just to remind all of you that this NaNH2 was mentioned in excess over here. Now this is the first step. What is going to happen in this? NaNH2, as all of you must be knowing, is a very strong base and it is in excess. So basically it is going to abstract all the acidic hydrogens from this alkyne. You first of all need to understand, or let us say you need to identify which are our acidic hydrogens. Now this is a terminal alkyne, and in a terminal alkyne the terminal hydrogen is acidic. So this is your first acidic hydrogen, and moreover there is an OH group attached to it as well. So this one is your second acidic hydrogen. So there are two acidic hydrogens in this alkyne, and on reaction with excess of sodamide both these hydrogens will be abstracted. So what do we get as a result of this? We get C triple bond C minus, and then to this carbon there are another two carbons attached, C single bond C, and then there is oxygen with a negative charge. So this will be the species left after the first reaction, after reaction with excess of NaNH2, that happens to be my sodamide. What are we doing in the second step? In the second step we are making it react with an alkyl halide, that is CH3 CH2I. What will happen in this stage? Alkyl halides, as we all know, undergo typical SN2 reaction, and moreover this is a 1 degree alkyl halide, so it is very well suited for SN2 reaction. But one important point which we need to realize over here is that in this particular substrate there are two nucleophilic sites. This is your first nucleophilic site, which I am labeling by 1, and this is your second nucleophilic site, which I am labeling by 2. And moreover, out of these two sites only one of the given sites can react. Okay, and it further says that this CH3CH2I has only been added to the extent of one equivalent. Now if this is to the extent of one equivalent, only one of these sites can react, and we all must know that based upon the nucleophilicity order, this C minus is a better nucleophile than O minus. Why? Because carbon is less electronegative, so obviously it is a better nucleophile. So what will happen is that this carbon will attack this carbon, this alkyl halide carbon, and this iodine will depart as a good leaving group as iodide from here. So a characteristic SN2 reaction will take place. Okay, an SN2 reaction will occur, and post the SN2 reaction my product will be an O minus, carbon, carbon, one more carbon, there will be hydrogens of course, triple bond C and an ethyl group over here. So this will be after the second reaction. Now in the third stage we are making this particular species react with CH3I, and CH3I has also been taken to the extent of 1 equivalent. Now in presence of 1 equivalent of CH3I, this second nucleophilic site, which was O minus, will undergo SN2 mechanism. CH3I is also very well, methyl iodide is also very well suited for SN2 mechanism because of the less steric crowding. So this will again undergo SN2, and what we'll get carbon triple bond C with an ethyl group, and then here we will have two more carbons, carbon carbon, there will be hydrogens attached to it, and OMe. Okay, this CH3 can be represented by a methyl group. So this is the particular species left with us after the third reaction. And finally in the fourth step we are adding Lindlar's catalyst. Okay, what is Lindlar's catalyst? It is H2, even if you don't know, it does not make a difference, H2PD poisoned with quinoline. So this is our Lindlar's catalyst. And what exactly does a Lindlar's catalyst do? Lindlar's catalyst is used to convert an alkyne into an alkene. So there will be hydrogenation taking place, and moreover the hydrogenation will be cis in nature. So what will be the products after this particular stage? We will get C double bond C, hydrogen, hydrogen. This is a conceptual question. These are the typical ITJ flavor questions wherein you need to know the mechanism as well as you need to understand which particular catalyst does what. So there will be syn hydrogenation and two hydrogens on this side, and then we'll get one ethyl group over here, and with this carbon there will be one carbon, two carbon, this is 1 2, and to this carbon there will be an OMe group attached. So this is going to be my major product for the scheme 1. So if I take you back to the questions, this was my question number 13, and clearly as we can see, C double bond C, and this is your one ethyl group ET, and this is carbon, carbon, and OMe attached to it. So this is going to be my answer. Options B and D are automatically rejected because there is trans hydrogenation. Option C is rejected because it has oxygen attached to ethyl group. Now most students who do not know that, I am taking you back to the solutions. Which students would have got answer as C? If I take you back to the solution, those students who do not understand that, see, we are first making it react with ethyl iodide, and then in the second stage we are making it react with methyl iodide. So you need to be sure, and you need to be very sure about the nucleophilicity orders of this nucleophilic site and this nucleophilic site. If you don't know that this C minus is going to react first and then this O minus will react in the second stage, this will be your second stage and this will be your first stage, you just might happen to get the answer as C, which would have been wrong. So you need to know that C minus is a better nucleophile than O minus. This is a very important concept in this question. Thank you very much.